Now, the story that I have for you guys today is actually quite disturbing. Do you all remember KellyAnne Conway, the senior advisor to the Trump administration, the ex-Trump administration? That's the only good part about this whole thing. She left the Trump administration back in August because she was having some, family problems. She was a disgusting, crazy Trump sycophant. Her husband was like a moderate Republican sort of, I don't like Trump, but I still don't want poor people to have enough food to eat. And her daughter was a raging liberal, telling everybody how bad Trump was, and that whole like hate triangle dynamic was putting a lot of stress on everyone, and she just dipped. Now we didn't know too much about what was going on behind the scenes until Claudia, the daughter, KellyAnne Conway's daughter, Claudia Conway, started posting online about some of the experiences that she started having with her mom. And a lot of them were really bad. But this is honestly probably the worst thing I've seen in a while. So KellyAnne Conway posted, whether willingly or unwillingly, she posted a nude photo of her daughter, who is 16, on her Twitter account. Yeah. And Twitter's now mulling over whether or not they're going to ban her for putting child porn on the internet. Silicon Valley having a normal one. And apparently this isn't the first time something like this has happened. KellyAnne Conway has apparently had a entire track record of things bordering on child abuse. Cops show up at KellyAnne Conway's house following disturbing videos of alleged child abuse. There's a video here posted by Def Noodles. I'm not going to play it for you. It's actually pretty disturbing. KellyAnne Conway says things to Claudia like, "You're never going to record another fucking thing in your life again unless it's for forensic analysis." Very creepy, very disgusting things that she says to her daughter in this, and also allegedly smacking her, hitting her phone, throwing a couple of things there. Some of these videos are now deleted. It seems that Claudia posts some of these things and then takes them away, but this time it's really bad. Let me play you something that Claudia put out on her TikTok account last night when this was all coming to be.
Any photo like that ever. So KellyAnne, you're going to fucking jail. I'm shaking. I don't know what to do. Nobody would ever have that photo. Ever. It was on my phone. I don't think I've ever sent it to anyone. So I'm assuming that my mom took a picture of it to use against me one day, and then somebody hacked her or something. Because there's no physical possible way that anybody would have that photo of me. I'm literally at a loss for words, and any photo.
So apparently what happens is KellyAnne Conway takes Claudia's phone every now and again to just like search through it, normal things normal human beings do. And she found a topless picture of her in the bathroom, and she decided to take a picture of it with her phone. I have no clue why in the world you would ever want to do something like that. If you want to confront your child about like pictures that they're taking of themselves, you could just do that normally once you see it. I have no clue why you have to take a picture of it and keep it on your phone. No reason whatsoever. It's so really, really weird. This pattern of behavior is honestly extremely frightening. And that night, Claudia actually posted some Morse code on her TikTok asking people to help. Report anything you see of me. Please get people to talk about this. Please spread awareness about this since I can't. We're not sure what's going on behind the scenes. So I don't want to make too many inferences for things that we don't know so far. But the things that we have seen, like KellyAnne Conway allegedly hitting her daughter, actually posting child porn of her. That could, who, I am not sure why. It could have been revenge porn. She could have been hacked. I'm not sure. Nothing else was posted. It was just that in particular that got taken away. I just think it's extremely interesting how Donald Trump has the most disgusting human beings on the face of the earth surrounding him at all points in time. KellyAnne Conway abusing her child and posting literal child porn of her. Brad Parscale, his old campaign manager, drinking too much and allegedly beating his wife and walking around his house almost butt-ass naked with a firearm. He had to be taken to jail. Kimberly Guilfoyle continually sexually harassing an aide. I'm not sure if you guys remember that story, but Kimberly Guilfoyle, which is Donald Trump Jr.'s girlfriend now and used to be a part of Fox News, would have an advisor just kind of like go around with her. She'd like take her places. She would she would literally fucking like Weinstein that poor woman, where she'd be like walking out of the bathroom butt ass naked, telling her to look at her naked, telling her to have sex with some of her co-workers to try and get up in the world. It was a really disgusting thing that was going on. And in all the sexual assault and harassment that's going on in Fox News, it's this entire whirlpool of depravity. They have no room to talk about like left-wing people doing anything when this is in any way, shape, or form a part of how a part of their MO. It's just so baked in. I can tell you, if like any left-wing group had a quarter of the amount of just disgusting family issues that these people have, they would be obliterated off the face of the earth. Like Fox News would have like a chyron going across the screen. It would take up 70% of the screen, and then you'd just be able to see Tucker Carlson's eyes, and it'd just be like every single charge, every single thing, videos playing of like all these left-wing people doing this or that, but they don't care about it because it's from the right, and they're just going to try and get over it, just pretend it doesn't exist. This is disgusting. Claudia does need help, and a very weird, and you may be asking yourself, hey, Shark, you mentioned someone else. You mentioned George Conway. Huh? Where's George Conway in all this? Her actual unironic father. Well, apparently, George just walked out of the house. Deadbeat ass dad just kind of left and didn't say anything else about it. He's not in the home anymore. He's just busy tweeting about how much he hates Donald Trump, even though he's not in office anymore. And that's about all that we've heard from him until today, where he posted something that Claudia posted on her TikTok a couple hours ago. We can watch it here in a second. But this guy has just been almost completely hands off with the raising of his daughter ever since those initial problems happened between the entire Conway household back in 2020. So we can look at this.
This isn't forced. This is coming completely from me, Claudia. I have faith, and I know that my mother would never put something like that on the internet, as well as me. We would never do that. My mom and I, we fight like mothers and daughters, but we also love like mothers and daughters, and I do love her. I will be taking a break from social media because we are really tired of being headlines, and we fight like mothers and daughters, but being in the public eye exacerbates that greatly, and it adds a lot of stress to both of our lives, and I don't want that. I don't want any drama. I don't want any hate. So I will be leaving social media for a bit to work on my relationship with my mom and my family. Please do not incite hate or violence on my family. Please. No threats, no calls to authorities. I love my mom, and she loves me. Hi, guys.
So, to be completely honest, I'm not sure how sincere I'm going to take this, right? With KellyAnne Conway before, in the video that I didn't show you, she spoke about how she wanted Claudia to make a statement on her social media saying that she takes back everything she said about her before, and she relented. She released that before. I'm not sure how much of this is pressure from the outside getting her to post this and how much is internal. I know for a fact she probably doesn't want death threats or anything to her family, and this is not what this is for in any way, shape, or form. But we have to understand that sometimes children could be manipulated by their parents, and the lines that we've been seeing, and what has been put out into the public space is very worrying, and what we're seeing right now is still extremely worrying. I am going to keep up with this. I wish Claudia the best. KellyAnne Conway needs to lay her fucking hands off of that poor child, and George needs to do something for his family. It seems like an entire massive, disgusting mess that never needed to happen. It's just incredible how there's so many ghouls surrounding it in conservatism and surrounding Donald Trump, and this is just another example of how these people treat others around them. You know how people say that the cruelty isn't a bug, it's a feature. KellyAnne Conway was so bought into this mess that she even gave her entire family COVID. She was so big into the COVID denialism that she gave Claudia, her daughter, her child, a respiratory disease, a highly contagious respiratory disease, because she didn't want to wear a mask around her. She didn't want to wear a mask at the White House. She didn't care about her family at all. So this seems right in line with not really giving a shit about the health or safety of the people surrounding her. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is extremely worrying. I wish the best for Claudia, and this and man, I don't even know what to say.